Okay. Okay. Is this guy...
Sign me up and butter my biscuits because this year is going to be an event. The entire year is going to be dropping huge project after huge project. The projects have been on the landscape for years now, and the time is now. Ryan Reynolds, who has never been associated with anyone controversial in any way, clearly tops the list for movies this year with Animal Friends. I am so excited for Animal Friends. I don't have much to say about Animal Friends simply because I would imagine everyone else is so extremely excited for this cinematic moment. What's that? Nobody knows about Animal Friends? Oh. Besides that, there are a couple other great projects in the works that are already seeing the light of day this year. As of recording this video, the Superman trailer just came out, and the first Fantastic Four trailer just dropped as well. So I assume you clicked on this video because you value my opinion on these thoughts. The Superman trailer is one of the most exciting trailers I've ever seen. There are clear moments throughout the trailer that strongly suggest James Gunn understands the character of Superman. I've said it before, but I do not like Man of Steel. I think it is a fine movie. However, as a Superman movie, it is the worst understanding of a character I have ever seen. So this new trailer got me a little excited. Hope. The hope that Superman brings is the core to his character. The moment of the little boy standing up the flag over the others showed me everything I needed to know about this movie. This movie is going to be a Superman movie. And the moment where Superman saves the girl by wrapping himself around her is just perfect. It's the most Superman thing I have ever seen, simply put. I hate to glaze this hard, but I am so pumped because of this trailer. Lex Luthor looks fantastic. I think Nicholas Hoult is going to crush it in this role. He has been on an absolute Hollywood tear, and this might end up being his magnum opus. A role that really solidifies him as one of the best working actors in Hollywood. He just looks like he has so much hate for Superman, but he is still going to get his hands actually dirty and stuck in the cookie jar in this movie. I think Superman's suit looks fantastic. It ended up not being baggy like I thought it was going to look, like how it looked in the first promo. This trailer really made me realize how bad that first promo photo was to show off the suit. Also, I will address the flying sequence because it looks a little wonky. His eyes don't look a little right, and his head is a little bit big. But it's not the final product. It's a lot like that Adam Warlock scene from Guardians 3, but possibly even worse looking. But again, not done, I would assume. Who knows, that scene might not even make it into the movie. I always think you have to wait until you see the actual movie until you pass real judgment. That is, unless it's so bad that it needs to be changed, like the entire whole movement around the Sonic movie. That was the most I've ever seen people come together to hate something since the civil rights movement. This movie has so much pressure on it. It cannot be just good. It has to be great. It is kicking off the entire DCU of the new age. And yes, I know Creature Commandos technically kicked off the DCU, but this is the make or break project for the entire universe. If you cannot make Superman work, then the universe will not work. Also, might I add that Creature Commandos was spectacular. James Gunn has such an act for great storytelling that tells a tragic past interwoven with the present. It was fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, the Fantastic Four trailer just dropped as well. It actually dropped the day I am writing this video, so I don't even know how much people hate or love the trailer. People so far are not a fan of Ben Grimm's height and his voice. I don't really care about the height thing. In certain comics he's not super tall, in other comics he's like 6'7". I don't think the height really matters. I could see how someone could want him a little bit taller, but it does not bother me one bit. The voice thing, however, I do understand. I was expecting them to alter Mystery Bond's voice a little bit just to make it a little raspier or possibly even a little deeper, but I didn't want them to go the whole Hulk route where it's a little monstery. But again, the movie isn't even done yet. Maybe they haven't even gotten that far. Maybe they just wanted to see if people would like the voice, and now that they know that people don't like the voice, they will change it before the movie even comes out. We don't really know. I don't think it's something to get worked up over, though. The rest of the movie looks great. It is so stylistic, and I'm so happy they went deep into that retro futuristic vibe instead of a half-assed version of it. Matt Shakman looks like he might have absolutely cooked with this one. The single shot of Johnny floating up in space is breathtaking, and it really looks like they filmed the family aspect of these characters. Up until now, the best Fantastic Four movie is The Incredibles. I don't think any other Fantastic Four movie really crushed the idea that they are a family first and a team second. This one looks like it has what it takes. I was very hesitant about Vanessa Kirby, and I might have to eat my words now because she looks really good. Honestly, the entire cast except for Ben Grimm and Galactus I was a little bit scared about. However, after this trailer, I feel much better. I still need to see Pedro Pascal pull off that cocky, almost sociopathic genius that Reed Richards is, but only time will tell. Also, I'm a little concerned that they did not show Pedro Pascal use any powers, but I'm almost completely certain that it is just because they have not made it look good yet. Some people are suggesting that he doesn't even have powers, and I think that's a little bit ridiculous. If that happens, a huge fumble by Marvel to just take away his powers. Overall, the trailer was great, and it showcased everything that is important to these characters and why they are the Fantastic Four. Very excited. Real quick, Jurassic World Rebirth is coming out this year. Somehow these movies have become a shoo-in to make $1 billion, so above anything else, I'm really curious if it's going to cross that line. The trailer just came out, and it looks pretty interesting. Nothing really new or fresh, but it might be a good time. Scarlett Johansson looks like she's going to be pretty fun, and besides that, it's Jurassic World. It's going to be Jurassic World. There's going to be dinosaurs, there's going to be people, and they're probably not going to be on the same side. How to Train Your Dragon is expected to come out late this year. The live-action version of, you guessed it, the animated How to Train Your Dragon, and I am very apprehensive about this one. I absolutely adore the original. The score is a top 10 score in cinematic history. The story is heartfelt and somehow grounded in a world with Vikings and dragons. The CGI seems pretty good in the first trailer, and I haven't seen many people complain. I have seen people complain that the twins don't look similar, but that's not really going to make or break the movie. I'm not going to watch a 10 out of 10 remake and then walk out of the movie and give it a 3 out of 10 because two characters that are fraternal twins don't look identical. That would be a little bit ridiculous. Also, the man who wrote the original helped with the casting, so I'm not going to go directly against the man himself. Since I'm talking about animated movies, I might as well just keep it going. So, the Minecraft movie is not animated. They watched the Super Mario movie do the blueprint of video game to movie so well and make a bunch of money, and then they threw it out the window. I fear this movie will somehow be the worst movie of the year, on par with the Borderlands movie, worst movie of the year. I have hope that it won't be, but the first trailer really did not give me much to work with. The CGI would have worked much better as just an animated concept. There is a small chance that this will be the funniest movie of the year. It all matters on how much people behind the camera really care about the project. But Jack Black is definitely the perfect person to make this goofy of a concept work, so at least I have hope there. Thunderbolts is about to come out. This is a movie I did not care about until the trailer enticed me just a little bit. It gave me a little taste of something that might just end up being a slop fest of fast-paced fun, pure fun. It is a weird misfit group of characters from a comic team I don't read about. I have never owned a Thunderbolt comic, and I genuinely don't plan on it. This movie would really have to blow me away literally and figuratively for that to change. But the trailer looks promising. Bucky being against the rest of the team is a very fun intrusion into the story that I really wasn't expecting. Now, it is a Marvel movie, so I doubt that the movie ends with them being on separate sides, but who cares either way. This movie will not be the best MCU movie. It probably won't even be top 15. However, it will be fun, and it will be very rewatchable. I think it will be a nice little appetizer for us to hold over till the big dogs like Fantastic Four and Avengers come in. Now here's where some people might get mad with me. So everyone hold your breath, and after I say this, don't immediately click off the video. I have never seen a Mission Impossible movie. I know, Muffy. How do you call yourself a fan of films? A cinephile if you do. If you have not even seen one movie from one of the biggest franchises in the world. I don't know. However, I know that this is the last one. The trailer looks awesome. I might go back and watch all the movies just so that I could fully appreciate this new one. The other franchise coming out with their new installment this year is Now You See Me 3. These movies I have seen. Don't come for my throat in the comments on this one. These movies are simply fun with a great cast. That is their purpose, no more, no less. Everyone in the theater will have a good time and forget about the fact that their wife is probably leaving them. Now, for the next couple of minutes, I'm going to rapid fire a few movies that I'm really excited for, but I don't really have much to say about. First being Mickey 17. Robert Pattinson has been killing it as of late, and this concept looks really fresh and really new, and I'm really excited. It is also directed by the great and talented Bong Joon-ho, if I am pronouncing that correct, who is one of my favorite working directors, as I love Parasite and Snowpiercer, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory sequel. If you know, you know. Another movie that looks really interesting is Companion. It is a movie I know absolutely nothing about. Even after watching the trailers a few times, I could not figure out what it was really about, but it did tickle me just the right way that it's getting me intrigued. It also stars Jack Quaid, who is in the next movie on the list, which is Novocaine. This movie looks fun. Simple as that. Nothing more to say to that. This will be a fun movie. It will be the Fall Guy or Hitman of this year. Zootopia 2 comes out this year. I really didn't think this one needed a sequel. Not everything really needs a sequel. I'm going to say this one more time for the people in the back who really need to hear it. Not every single good movie needs a sequel. I always hear people talk about The Nice Guys needs to be brought back for a sequel. Why? Just because it's good? It's great even. It's one of the best comedies of the last 25 years. There is no reason to further a story that was finished. It is a finished story and a good one at that. Enjoy the movie and stop begging for a sequel to a finished narrative. Live action Lilo and Stitch comes out this year too. I honestly keep forgetting about this one even though I'm gonna see it. It's not on the top of my list, but you know, I love the original. I'll probably go see it. I probably won't see it. I might see it. I would also like to mention that there are 2 big shows coming out this year, Daredevil Born Again being the first. I am very nervous about this one. I keep seeing this narrative that they can't mess up Daredevil. Trust me, they can. A show about a blind guy that fights crime and is also a lawyer and is also kind of a slut can get bad and messy. You only think that because the original show is so incredibly good. The other show coming out this year is my most anticipated show of the year. It is season 3 of Invincible. Oh boy, this is going to be a treat. It actually comes out very soon after making this video, so it might already be out by the time I finish this video. The first initial critics have placed their votes, and it is a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. I am so excited. I am so intrigued. I am so horny for Invincible. I love his comics, and the show has become one of my favorite shows of all time, period. So this is a big ass moment for me. If I do not like it, I will riot and cry and scream. But I trust Seth Rogen. I never thought I would say something like that, but recently with TMNT Mutant Mayhem, The Boys, and Invincible, Seth Rogen has become the godfather of fresh superhero content. So shout out to him and his weed house, I guess. So anyway, that is all. Remember to take these trailers with a grain of salt. Don't overly criticize something until you finally see the finished product. Also, always appreciate the great projects that we give. We live in such a blessed time that we get to see all of our favorite characters across the big screen. There are so many great directors and writers and actors working today to create something really special for everyone at home. And remember that complaining about how a Superman suit looks in a movie that cost $363 million to make is such a first world problem. So even if you don't love the movie, at least look around and try to appreciate the life you have around it that even got you the opportunity to watch it and have an opinion about it. So long. Enjoy 2025.